Okay, so for this exercise, set up with your knees over your hips, your chin tucked and your neck packed on a 1-inch support. And here I need your lower back completely flat to the floor. In this posture, in this brace posture, you're going to be touching your heel down to the floor. Try to maintain this angle through your knee. Don't let your heel come closer to your bum. The further you kick your heel out, the harder this move becomes. Okay, so another core exercise that we're going to do to improve your function at the pelvis is an exercise called the leg drop. And we're going to be working on hip flexion and hip extension while bracing the spine. A lot of people lose their spinal control when they're going through hip flexion and hip extension. We've got to maintain that as best we can while we're going through hip flexion and extension, especially in deadlifts, in squats, in lunges, so we can protect the spine. To perform this move effectively, we're going to want to do this with a head support. So again, a 1-inch block to support the head. Lay down on the floor. Get that head supported. If you don't have a block, a 10-pound plate or a 5-pound plate will do. Right around 1 inch is ideal. So we're going to build our stance with our knees over our hips. So not really tucked in, not away from our hips. They got to be right over our hips. Chin is tucked, neck is packed, and my pelvis, I'm in a posterior tilt. So my lower back is as flat to the floor as it can be. It's right on the floor. So lower back's engaged down into the floor. Abs are firm. I should correct that. My lower back is not engaged. My lower back is on the floor. My abs are engaged. That's what I meant. Okay, so in this posture, we're going to be dropping one heel to the floor. This leg doesn't move. Just this side moves. Work on hip flexion and hip extension through this position with our heavy leg. All right, you do this for long enough, you'll definitely feel the burn. So I'm keeping my abs firm, my obliques firm. My chin is in a good position. Now when you're doing this, don't let your heel get close to your butt, because that's going to ruin the effectiveness of the exercise. So if you want to make this move harder, kick your heel out further. Start with that 90-degree posture through the knee, but as you get stronger with this exercise, you can start kicking your leg out further. And you can pair it with your breathing. Don't go out all the way. That's a different exercise. I'll give that exercise to you later. Focus on keeping the knee slightly bent, getting that knee down, and you're going to feel your hip flexors, your adductors maybe, and your abdominals engaging. That's our target for this exercise. That's what we're trying to focus on. So I'm going to have you do this move performing reps for time usually. I'll say 15 reps, or I'll say as many reps as possible in 30 seconds or a minute or 90 seconds. Once you're done on one side, you can rest and then repeat on the other leg. Now I have run into this problem with some people. Some people have a weak core and very heavy legs. So what happens when they perform this exercise is their lower back arches when they go down. So we've created a terrible compensation here. We need to get rid of that. So we need to keep this core locked into position, and we need to train the exercise without losing that locked in position. So if that's the case, if you're losing your posterior tilt and you're going anterior, what I want you to do is put both heels on the floor. And in this posture, lock in your brace, bring your knee up, and touch down. With this leg on the floor, it's like lifting a 15-pound weight instead of a 20-pound weight. You're just not ready for the 20-pound weight. So this will be challenging enough. You'll have to focus on creating the brace. And again, challenge yourself by going out further and further. And then when you're ready, you can progress into this posture where your knees are both over the hips, and now you're performing the proper full-on leg drop here. So that's the progression if you're in trouble with your tilt, if you're losing your tilt. Employ this movement, and it will help you greatly with your squatting, deadlifting, even your bench pressing. You gotta have good, strong pelvis for all your upper body moves as well. Okay, so that's the leg drop. Good luck, have fun.